What it essentially was an experiment to see if we could create viral content from scratch.
We had this theory that there was a way to create a viral video.
A viral video is a piece of video content that basically promotes itself through various social media avenues.
We studied Charlie Bit My Finger, David Comes Back from the Dentist. We studied What's Her Name Takes a Tumble. What's that girl's name?
I don't remember, but shit's pretty funny.
We studied all these really funny, incredible videos that all of us love, and we wanted to make one.
Normally, a viral video is something that occurs completely naturally on the web. You normally can't make a viral video, or so we thought.
You have these select few viral campaigns that are hooked to these huge brands, such as The Dark Knight. But other than that, you really don't have viral videos that people have made. It's something that's normally a home video. It's something that you experience and you connect to as a person because you've seen somebody do that, or that's your worst nightmare.
When Dan came to me with this story of, which I guess happens quite often, of a man who locks himself out of his hotel room in the nude, I conveniently felt that the best way to convey the story was to make it as personal and as real as possible.
It happens, so it's believable. It's a little bit of taboo due to the nudity. Ultimately, that makes for an excellent viral video.
There's no way to kind of adequately get this story across in a purely cinematic, kind of fantastical manner. The best way to do it was to capture it through the security cams to build in that sort of sense of realism.
We took the time to study real security camera footage as well as fake security camera footage, and we tried to identify the differences, where they failed, where they succeeded. It was a really fascinating experience to try to do that.
The location we got was a local hotel. We talked with them and they thought it was funny, and they even said that it happens all the time on their location. So they went ahead and they were kind enough to let us shoot there. So we auditioned some actors and actresses that were fantastic at acting completely natural and filled the hotel space with waiters, managers, naked people.
What we did was we wrote a script, we devised a story, and if you break it down, there actually is a 3-act structure to it. The most difficult part was kind of walking that line between, you know, believability and also telling a really good story with a very consistent build to it. Because obviously if it has a clear beginning and ending, people are going to be a little suspicious as to whether or not this was something that was actually captured in the moment.
Not really naked, not naked at all. Totally was wearing like a tan Speedo.
There are 3 acts to it. The first act, we set the stage, we introduce our main character, we showcase that he is locked out of his hotel room in the nude. And then we have a couple of extras whom we also cast walk by and just kind of, you know, we had to nail that right level of discomfort. We had to think about how we would react in that situation. I felt that I would react in a way where I'd try to not capitalize on the guy's embarrassment, when I would try to kind of avoid the situation entirely.
I locked myself out of my room.
It had to look as if somebody just got a hold of this footage and put it up. We put the crudest subtitles that we could on it. We did all these little tricks to try to make it look real.
When we finally got done tailoring the video to look the way we wanted and to follow this story arc, which oddly enough this actually has, we couldn't place the video on Multiview's page.
It couldn't be up there with other Multiview videos that were professionally made. Otherwise, it looks like just another stunt.
If we had done this massive push on this little YouTube channel, then that would have raised a few flags to people and possibly confirmed for sure that the video was fake. It sat online for, I think it was about 5 months, and one day,
Well, video has emerged showing a naked man apparently accidentally locking himself out of his hotel room.
Oh gosh, you gotta see this video. A naked hotel guest checks to make sure the coast is clear.
see, that's the trick, is when you have viral content, you want somebody to steal it. You might think, oh no, they're stealing all my content. They're gonna use it for a purpose that isn't what I originally meant. It's a viral video. It doesn't really have a purpose except for you know, becoming popular and viral. It's once that happens, that's the point in which you can do something with it. So when someone steals your content, it's a blessing in disguise. The horrific part of the entire experiment was when news channels started getting it. You look at these news reports of the video, and it's clear that they didn't do any research on it. They're just blatantly saying that this is real.
He passes several other hotel guests, including a shocked mother and her young son, in the elevator on the way down.
Kind of makes you wonder what other elements of the daily broadcast are not credible.
This video is fake. Naked hotel guy is fake.
The most fascinating part of the whole thing are the comments that people leave.
We have seen so many things on the internet that even if it is real, people nowadays automatically are like, who made this? Why is this fake? Why do I not want to believe that this is real?
Somehow an argument online broke out about child welfare.
People will attack other humans and commenters and viewers to defend their belief on what this video is.
An argument that dealt with relations between the United States and the Middle East. Don't know how that happened.
Somebody stated on one of their comments that they worked in the hotel industry. And they said, these are all the reasons why it's real.
Some news site reported that our character was Canadian and all of this went down in Toronto or something like that.
We know that people are going to say this is fake, whether or not we tell them that it is. We took that argument that is going to happen no matter what. We just capitalized on that.
So we set out to make a video that looked as realistic as possible. And did we nail it? Definitely. And if it doesn't, then that just adds more debate. And with debate like that comes more viewership. Boom.